You went to the Hall of Fame and you got inducted in 2006. Because you famously you didn't appear the next night at WrestleMania in front of the crowd. Did you not feel ready to do that yet? Do you think, or were you slowly trying to mend bridges with them? What was your mindset going into that weekend and choosing to do the Hall of Fame and leave it there?
Well, I just thought I earned it, and it was I had every right to be in the Hall of Fame. And I always thought someday, they'll, if I'm not in the Hall of Fame, I'll just get erased from time. There was one of the things that happened when my brother Owen died was, which tells you how important it was. I remember with Martha, his widow, and her lawyers, they were like, what can we do for you for all the stuff that I did? I did so much for Martha when Owen died. I mean, everything from tracking down videos and contacts for the lawyers, people they could talk to, giving phone numbers of wrestlers that probably didn't welcome her lawyers calling them all the time. But I did everything I could for Martha, and the one thing they asked me, like, we'll give you anything we can. What can we do for you? And I said, I know it's not about me, but if you can, I'd like to have access to my archives so that if WWE doesn't at least do something with me, I can do something myself with my footage. But I'd like to always be able to have access to my footage for like DVDs and things like that, or highlight reels and things like that. And Martha's lawyer said, no problem. And I remember when Martha got her settlement, I said, whatever came of my, talking to Vince, because I think Vince would have thrown that out pretty quick, like it was like an easy thing for him to give away. And I remember they told me that they didn't feel it was appropriate to ask for it. And I always felt bad about that they didn't even try, because it was like the one thing that would have meant a lot to me. And I think Owen would have understood that, is I didn't want to be forgotten, and I didn't want to be erased from everybody, because over a period of time, like as time goes on, you got new stars coming up, and it fades pretty quick. Like probably like a lot of wrestlers. Someone was saying to me like about Sergeant Slaughter coming over, how it doesn't have the same effect anymore. Well, I would have just become a guy like that, where I was a star at one time and nobody cares anymore, kind of thing. And I always thought I was better than that. So I was disappointed that Martha and them never even tried, or they never helped me get access to any of my pictures and my footage for me. And so when when they asked me to do the Hall of Fame, it was funny because Vince called me up on the phone, and he said, which is so crazy when I think about it, Vince was almost like laughing, and he said something like, you're never going to believe this DVD we got coming out. We got one, and we want you to be part of it. And we want you to fly down, and we'll do some interviews for it. It's going to be called Screwed. And it's going to be all about how we screwed you over. And I remember like getting like really mad about it. And I remember, because when he called me up when I had my stroke, I talked to him about a DVD thing, and he said, yeah, we'll do something really first class, like first rate. And whenever you're ready, the time will come, we'll do something really nice. So it's like 5 years later, and it's like finally he calls me, and it's like, yeah, we're doing this DVD called Screwed. I remember he laughed when he said it on the phone. And we want you to be part of it. And I was quite straight with him right off the bat. I said, I would never have anything to do with anything called Screwed. Like I would just never, I didn't have you guys make money off what you did to me. I would never be part of that. And so then I flipped the tables on Vince right away, and I said, you promised me you'd do something really nice, like really good. So what happened to that idea? And then he I kind of hit him right between the eyes, and he came back and he goes, well, we can do this any way you want. And if you want, you can have complete control over the editing, and you have total say in everything, how it's done, and it doesn't have to be about you getting screwed. And so I said, well, then maybe I would like to do it, because that was important to me. And that's that pink and black DVD set that went out a long time ago. And so that was the first time that we had a thawing. And then when the DVD came out, he goes, you have to come to the Hall of Fame as part of it. Like, it's part of the DVD will come out, and you being inducted into the Hall of Fame will promote the DVD, and so they gotta go together. And I was kind of like, to be honest, it wasn't that I didn't want to do it, because I did want to go in the Hall of Fame, and it was important for me to make that to make those steps and walk up to the podium someday. But I wasn't really ready to do it in 2007, I'm thinking it was. I don't even know. No, was it
2006?
2006, yeah. I wasn't really ready yet for the emotion of all that. There's a lot of emotion and a lot of there's a lot of anger still and stuff like that. So I remember, but I got sort of made to go in for that. Like, and he made me, and so I'd end up doing the Hall of Fame, but I really wasn't. I wasn't very thrilled about being there, and I don't know. I think I wish now sometimes I could have done that whole speech over again, and that whole time period. I wish I'd maybe waited one more year or 2 more years, and then done it when I was a little stronger, confidence-wise and stuff like that. But
is it true that you that you said that you would do the Hall of Fame, but you didn't want Shawn Michaels in the room when you did it?
No, that's not true. I told Vince to not. I might have said to keep Shawn away from me, which amounts to the same thing.
Sounds about right.